You ever stop and think about what actually happens in that tiny moment after you click buy now? I mean, for us, it feels instant, right? But behind that one click is this whole hidden, high stakes journey. So today, we're going to pull back the curtain and take a look at the secret life of a sales transaction.
Right, so you found the thing you want, you put in your details, you click the button. For you, your part of the deal is pretty much done. But for the business on the other end, oh, a super complex, perfectly timed race has just kicked off.
And this whole process actually has a name, the revenue cycle. Now, I know it sounds kind of like a dry accounting term, but it's better to think of it as the company's central nervous system for making money. And its goal is, well, perfection. Getting the right product to the right place, at the right time, for the right price. Sounds simple, but trust me, it is incredibly hard to get right.
That click of yours, it's literally the first domino to fall. It sets off this chain reaction that just zips through the entire company, telling all these different departments, hey, it's go time.
A really good way to picture this is like a relay race. The sales team gets the order and passes the baton to the credit department. They pass it to the warehouse, who then passes it to the shipping team, who finally hands it off to billing. And here's the thing, if anyone at any point drops that baton, the whole race can be lost. So let's break down that first leg of the race, making sure the order is legit before a single thing gets packed in a box. In the blink of an eye, three things happen. First, the system officially logs your order. Second, it does a quick, automated check to make sure the payment is going to go through. Is this a safe bet for the company? And third, it sends a signal to the warehouse asking the all-important question, do we actually have this thing in stock? And that second step, the credit approval, that's the first huge hurdle. For any sale that isn't paid for right then and there, the company has to wonder, what's the risk that we ship this product out and we never see a dime? So how do they deal with that threat? Well, the main tool is actually pretty simple but really powerful. Credit limits. It works just like your own credit card limit. Businesses will set a cap on how much a customer can owe them at any one time. It's a basic financial safeguard to make sure they don't take a huge loss. Okay, so the order's approved, the item is confirmed to be in stock. The baton is now passed from the digital world to the physical world, the warehouse. This is where your online order starts to become a real package. Now, to keep things from turning into total chaos, everything that happens in the warehouse is guided by a really careful paper trail, or, a digital one these days. Every single step is documented to make absolutely sure that what ends up in your box is exactly what you paid for. That trail starts with something called a picking list. You can just think of it as the warehouse's internal shopping list. It tells the staff precisely which items to grab and where to find them on the shelves. Next up, a packing list gets made. You've seen these. It's that piece of paper inside the box that lists everything in your shipment so you can check it yourself when you open it up. And finally, there's the bill of lading. This one sounds a bit more serious, because it is. It's the official, legal contract between the company and whoever is shipping the package, like FedEx or UPS. It spells out exactly what's being shipped and who is responsible for it until it lands on your doorstep. This whole process is a fantastic example of how businesses stop mistakes before they happen. The biggest threat in any warehouse is just simple human error, grabbing the wrong thing or the wrong number of things. The controls are a mix of high-tech stuff, like barcode scanners that won't let you scan the wrong item, and good old-fashioned process, like having someone double-check the picking list against the original order. So, the package is officially on its way to you. Now we get to the final and honestly, the most sensitive stage of this whole journey, making sure the company gets paid correctly. And I'm not kidding. This is where the stakes are the absolute highest. It's not just about avoiding simple billing mistakes. This is the part of the process where the risk of internal fraud and even theft is greatest. To fight this risk, businesses rely on a really fundamental idea: segregation of duties. This quote sums it up perfectly. You never let the person who handles the cash coming in also be the person who records that cash in the accounting books. By splitting up those jobs, you create an automatic check and balance. It makes it way, way harder for a single person to steal money and then cover their tracks. It's a true cornerstone of financial security. Now, this whole relay race we've been walking through, it has been totally transformed by technology. But what's interesting is that technology can be used in two very different ways to upgrade the process. On one side, you have automation. That's basically just using tech to do the same old manual tasks, only way faster. But on the other side, you have re-engineering. And that's about using technology to completely rethink and redesign the process from scratch to make it fundamentally better. And you know what? There is no better example of re-engineering than that scanner at the checkout line in any store, the point of sale or POS system. Just think about everything that happens in that single beep of the scanner. The system instantly knows what the product is, it pulls up the correct price, it subtracts one from the inventory count, it calculates your total with tax, and it records the entire sale. It takes like half a dozen different steps from our relay race and combines them all into one seamless, instant action. And the benefits of this are just massive. The company gets its cash way faster, it gets a perfect up-to-the-second view of its inventory so it always knows when to reorder. Those little human errors in pricing or counting, they practically disappear. And it slashes the costs that come with doing tons of paperwork. This is what real re-engineering can do. So from that one click you make all the way to the final accounting entry, this hidden journey is the absolute lifeblood of any company that sells anything. It's this complex dance of information and physical stuff, all about precision and managing risk. And really, the whole point of all this complexity is to make the experience on your end feel simple. The better a company gets at this hidden journey, the more effortless it feels for you. So every dollar you spend, whether it's on a coffee or a new computer, it kicks off some version of this incredible journey. Now that you've seen the map of what happens behind the scenes, what are you going to see differently the next time you click Buy Now?